Hello everybody and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I am Jitch and you're watching Monday Night Raw. They didn't plug his Twitter? That's messed up. I probably said that before. I'll talk a bit more and then I'm just not going to get introduced.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista.
Alright, well, it has been a long time since I last recorded this, and definitely since one of these got posted, assuming I've gotten everything done that I wanted to get done before I started posting on this channel again. This channel should be a different name. There might have been a video that came before that to at least explain that rather than me just changing the name out of the blue, but yeah, I thought it was about time that I stopped trying to get everybody that wants to watch this to watch the other stuff that they don't care about. And I got tired of those videos getting comments being like, we're wrestling, when like they're not anything to do with wrestling. So with that being said, I am going to start this video off on a bit of an aggressive side, and I'm sorry, but for those that have been around for a long time, you'll understand why. When I make a separate channel and it has nothing to do with this channel, don't go to that channel and start asking for videos on this channel. Do you know how fucking unbelievably rude that is? That has nothing to do with that channel. No, you keep it on here and you leave it on here. I know in the case of, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to say K-A-B-A-N-G-T-A-S-I-N-G. I'm not pronouncing that wrong because I'm not trying to be rude, but I can't help but notice that you got banned from commenting on this channel, so you went to a channel that you're not permitted to comment on, and, well, you went to a channel where I hadn't banned you yet, and got yourself banned again, so well done to you for that. Don't be an idiot. It's really not that hard. Just wait. Just wait. They always come back. Just give me time and I will bring it back. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, it's been a really crazy month, January, and, you know, for those that don't know, because respectfully, I think a lot of the guys that watch these wrestling videos, you guys don't want to go watch the other stuff, and that's fine. I appreciate the honesty, don't get me wrong. But because you didn't go to the other channel. The first video that was new on the new Jitch and Saria channel was tributed in memory to our baby bunny who passed away at only just under 3 years old at the start of the year, and that was the first thing that we'd done, recorded freshly after, well, not freshly, it was like a week after he'd passed away. And yeah, getting people request wrestling videos and you know, disliking the video because it's not wrestling. That's not a fucking wrestling channel, you idiot. Leave that alone, okay? Don't be so fucking disrespectful. I normally wouldn't get so annoyed, but it was a video in which I started it with 10 seconds of "This is in loving memory of our bunny." The least you could do is be a bit more respectful, but no, I guess not. That being said, though, I am going to go on to a more positive note and say, you know, I should be back in the swing of things now. I think we've got a system worked out where I'm going to be recording this again. I haven't actually done a single Universe recording since the middle of November. It's now currently the 24th of January when I'm recording this, and this might still take a little while to get posted because I haven't set up my third channel yet, which is going to be the new channel called Just Jitch. Not this one, which should now have a different name. But yes, I'm thinking of... I need to make sure it's not actually a YouTube channel name before I go saying what I'm thinking of calling this channel. Obviously, by the time you're seeing this, this channel will be renamed, but I just want to make sure that... Is that a thing? I don't believe so. No, I'm not seeing any channels with that name. Okay, good. Then I can say what I was going to say. I'm probably just going to rename this channel to JJ Wrestling, just, you know, JJ short for Just Jitch. I don't really want the name association fully. I want it to be quite separate, so obviously for those who are in the know, you'll know what the JJ stands for. But I don't want, like, for example, if I'm trying to grow a new channel, which I am, I don't want, like, the search terms for Just Jitch to be dominated by this, because this is already a successful channel with successful video, well, fairly, somewhat sort of successful channel with some somewhat sort of successful videos, and I don't want that to hurt the growth of the other one, because if you're searching Just Jitch, you get this channel instead. So, I mean, that will still be the case for a while anyway, because YouTube takes a while to kind of change that. I know WTX Jaichi used to still bring you to this channel. Yeah, I was just thinking of keeping it to something simple, just to kind of be like, this is Just Jitch, but my wrestling stuff. That's pretty much all it needs to be. Oh, big uppercut there by Antonio Cesaro, as somehow Batista seems to be a little bit distracted by what he's talking about right now. I haven't recorded this in a very long time. I've been very preoccupied with just a lot, you know. We had a whole channel migration, we had a passing, me and Saria both got COVID. It's been a very, very long period of time, and I am glad to be back. I kind of looked at my match cards for the upcoming week and laughed at them because I have no idea what they mean anymore. It's been that long, like, I've been completely out of the wrestling loop. I've just been completely uninterested in the concept of wrestling because I've had more important things going on in my life. Which I know that might be hard to believe for some wrestling fans, but there are more important things in the world. Big move there by Batista as the Animal now. I mean, imagine if he gets the win here. Batista defeating this year's Royal Rumble winner to kick off Monday Night Raw. That would be absolutely massive, would it not? Oh, it doesn't happen. It does not happen. Antonio Cesaro. Is he going to be able to get him? No, another reversal by Batista. Did it take my finisher away? What? Oh my god. I'd expect that from WWE 13, but not you, 2K14. You are the chosen one. Yeah, I have my match cards here, and I've got to be honest, I'm very confused by a lot of this. Apparently this week on NXT, we've got Dean Ambrose versus Virgil. I think it's supposed to be Ambrose's debut match. I think there is a way for me to explain that one. I just looked at it and got very confused. Batista, who recently defeated Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell, I think would hate to suffer a loss here tonight to Antonio Cesaro, who failed to capture the United States Championship from Dolph Ziggler at that same event where Batista was defeating Brock Lesnar. But it could happen. Batista bomb to the center of the ring certainly makes me think otherwise. Batista goes in for the cover here on Antonio Cesaro. This one is over. The referee is calling for the bell. Well, there you have it. Batista victorious to kick off Monday Night Raw. His return to Raw after a grueling Hell in a Cell match. And what a welcome back it is. Batista coming out on top. He is the winner. And there's that face that he does. I do love me that face. Well, as we talk about people coming out on top, we talk about one of our fresher faces here on Raw, plus a returning face. As up next for you, we have something very nice. We have ourselves one of few so far in the early career of Goldberg, as he is set to face off against the returning Jake the Snake Roberts. He made his return on Superstars a while back, but here tonight, I believe he makes his Raw return next. Back here on Raw, as here comes Jake the Snake. Trust him, as he says. Trust me.
Making his way to the ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Well, Jake Roberts Kind of got the look of impending doom on his face here tonight. He makes his return to Raw, but unfortunately for him, his first opponent, upon getting back in the, well, I was about to say the red ropes. They're not really red, are they? They're white. In fact, they're literally just white. As he makes his way down to the ring here tonight to get back into a Raw ring, his opponent is extremely imposing. And I can't imagine it's very comforting for Jake Roberts to know what's coming his way, having probably seen him from the sidelines and what he has done so far.
Approaching the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 295 pounds, Goldberg!
Very young career so far for Goldberg in this universe. Made his debut at Extreme Rules by defeating Daniel Bryan in a competitive matchup. I believe since then he's had a very quick victory one night on Raw against Wade Barrett. I believe this is only his second match. That match against Wade Barrett may not have happened, but I'm pretty sure I intended to book that match at some point. I really am not up to date with what's going on in this universe at all, but in fairness, unless you're watching this like way in the future and looking back, I don't think a lot of people are probably up to date. It's been over 2 months since there's been an upload. So, at least I know I'm not the only one who's probably rusty on remembering what's been happening recently, as my audio sounds like it's going to screw up in a second. Oh, here we go. Goldberg's charging straight in. Nice reversal by Jake Roberts. Very quick-witted there. Yeah, my sound has started skipping again. If it's not one thing, it's always another. Speaking of Michael Cole, we have been told that he is heading backstage. Following this matchup, we'll get some post-match comments from Batista upon his victory over Antonio Cesaro, and perhaps finding out what is next in line for the Animal. You know, he's really wrapped up a lot in his career. He got that revenge victory over Cesaro for cheating him out of contention for the WWE title in the first place. He defeated Brock Lesnar off the whiplash of that inside Hell in a Cell. Kind of done Monday Night Raw a big favor at the moment, I'd say, as Brock Lesnar is currently out of commission, and that has got to be a relief for not only the WWE Champion The Rock, but everybody else on Monday Night Raw, as you never know who Brock Lesnar is going to target next. I can't tell if it's my voice that's skipping or the game's audio. It's probably the game audio. That tends to skip a lot. I don't really know why. It's one of the reasons I'm really sick of recording off of a PS3, because I found that that tends to just lead to problems on top of problems. Roll-up attempt here by Goldberg, and Jake Roberts with a great reversal there. Very smart, sound strategy. Goldberg grabbing Jake Roberts by the throat and just lifting him above his head, though. Ooh. Goldberg backing up now. Here comes that vicious spear. We've seen this before, and it's gonna, ooh, yeah, drive right through Jake Roberts. Roberts' best bet right now might be to grab those ropes. Well, I did say it was his best bet. I didn't say it was something he was actually gonna do. Yeah, the sound's really skipping right now. It sounds like it's just the game though. So I'm wondering if there's anything I can do about that. Probably not. Probably not. It doesn't look that way. No. Looks like it's just gonna keep going. I can't actually do anything about it. Well, that's whatever, you know? That's life, isn't it? Anyway, as we wrap this one up, Goldberg with another victory, we take you backstage now to one Michael Cole, because he is set to interview the Animal Batista. In just a second, we'll let Goldberg finish up. Yeah, now we go to the back. Okay, we are back. Yeah, my PS3's just been screwing up on me a lot. Sorry about complaining about it. It's just, oh, those audio pops really start to bug me. It's not even the PS3, it's just, it's really awkward to record, and I'll leave it at that.
Making his way to the ring from Ghana, West Africa, weighing 221 pounds, Kofi Kingston.
Well, Kofi Kingston has got an interesting match for us here tonight, as he is set to face off against, I guess now, his former tag team partner, Justin Gabriel, after Gabriel blindsided Kofi following Kofi's victory over David Otunga, who Gabriel had just recently lost to. Gabriel has commented on his attack on Kofi Kingston, which I'll get to in just a moment.
Approaching the ring from Cape Town, South Africa, weighing 213 pounds, Justin Gabriel.
Gabriel says that Kofi masked saying he wanted to help, you know, stick up for his friend Justin Gabriel by beating Otunga. He said that that was just a lie. He just wanted to show that he was better than Justin Gabriel. And it feels like this is really coming from a place of insecurity. Justin Gabriel has taken quite a few losses lately. Has clearly just let that eat him up a little too much on the inside and has now snapped on his own friend Kofi Kingston, leading to this match here tonight. Kofi Kingston has said that he is willing to forgive Justin Gabriel for his actions. He says if they can just work things out in the ring here tonight and get back to teaming up, he'll be happy with that. He doesn't want things to end with his partnership with Gabriel, as he feels like he's got himself a great tag team partner in Justin Gabriel. I must admit their styles are very meshed. They do feel like a pretty smooth tag team, and obviously right now, you know, with the tag team of Team Japan holding the tag team titles, I don't really like their odds trying to win the tag team championships, but you know, I respect it for what it is. These guys, they're a great combo. They really did feel like they complemented each other nicely, and I have to agree with Kofi Kingston. I hope that this is not the end of them as a tag team. Kofi now going in for the cover off that superplex, and Justin Gabriel able to kick out very quickly from that one. And as Kofi goes in with the strikes, Justin Gabriel with just another quick, hard reversal there. I was going to say, you can expect this one to be fairly fast-paced. Speaking of fast-paced, as tonight's Raw continues to speed through, up next we have ourselves a United States Championship matchup. Jack Swagger will be challenging Dolph Ziggler for the United States title, with Antonio Cesaro banned from ringside, similar to what we saw at the start of tonight, Antonio Cesaro against Batista with Jack Swagger banned from ringside. So we'll see how that factors into things and what ends up going down there. Main event tonight I'm still very much looking forward to. But before we get to the main event, let's talk about what we saw moments ago. Batista, backstage interview, talking about his victory here tonight, talking about, you know, setting his sights on the WWE Championship, how he wants to face off against The Rock down the line. He's got a lot of respect for him. This feels like it could be a great matchup. But you talk about what we just saw moments ago, the blindside from The Miz, of all people. That I can't begin to explain why The Miz will have done what he just did. You know, we've never seen Batista and The Miz cross paths to my knowledge. I don't honestly know what would provoke The Miz. I mean, especially in The Miz's current situation, you know, very similar to Justin Gabriel, someone I feel has very much fallen from grace lately. Maybe it's the same situation, you know, tempers have gotten a little high. Miz wants to be more featured here on Monday nights, and obviously Batista is now setting his sights on the WWE Championship, a title The Miz formerly held. Maybe there's a little bit of upset at the idea that The Miz, you know, won't be the next contender for the WWE Championship. Off the top of my head, that's the best I got. I can't really fathom why else he would make that his business. And I feel like there's something really suicidal in attacking Batista, let alone when you're the size and stature of The Miz. You know, I feel like, yeah, he's got the cunning to keep himself going real great in the wrestling business, but that, to me, that just feels like that's a really hard uphill struggle. As Justin Gabriel tears up the announce table, Kofi Kingston, ooh, you hate to see it happen. You could see what he was going for there, a cross-body pushing Gabriel through the announce table. Went horribly wrong. Gabriel now throwing Kingston into the steel steps. And it feels like we're getting that kind of foul attitude, the old Justin Gabriel back once again. Gabriel says that this is where he's at his best. He was a top contender for the WWE Championship. We'll never forget when he was Cruiserweight Champion and Tag Team Champion at the same. Well, I think it was a light heavyweight title, but he was, you know, multiple champions in one, and it was only injuries that set him off from there. He blames the tag title loss on Heath Slater entirely. Says it's no surprise that the 3MB suffered the same fate. One lucky victory followed by failure at the hands of Heath Slater. I tell you, Justin Gabriel, very unforgiving of all of his former tag team partners. As we get a crossbody here from Kofi, and that's a very quick kick out there. Strikes down Justin Gabriel. Is Gabriel going to have to suffer another loss here tonight? I don't think that's going to patch things up between these two. Kofi Kingston with the boom drop, and now fans are very into this as Kofi Kingston calling for trouble in paradise. Kicks him straight in the head. Has he got him? Has Kofi Kingston got... Oh, bad move here, pushing him towards those ropes. Doesn't look like it was enough, though, and Gabriel manages to kick out. Resourceful. I don't know how he found it in him to kick out of that one. And a poke to the eye to build offense back in the favor of Justin Gabriel. Can't help but wonder what is next in the future for either one of these two. Oh, cross body there. Now a cover attempt. Very quick kick out there by Kofi Kingston. And it looks like Justin Gabriel has found himself in the driver's seat, as they say. He has managed to switch things around in his favor. I definitely thought this was going to be Kofi Kingston's match, especially with that trouble in paradise, but somehow Justin Gabriel has found himself in control of this match again. Kofi now taking Gabriel off the rope. Oh, no, that's what I meant to do. Whoops. Big kick to the head. Is this going to be enough to get the job done? Still no. Now Gabriel is in control once again. Crossbody off the ropes. Another attempt and a kick out there by Kofi Kingston. Gabriel with a kick and another kick, and Kofi catches Justin Gabriel off guard. Is he going to go for the SOS? Yes, he's got him. Cover attempt here on Justin Gabriel, and that is the end of that one. There you go. That's how you do it. It's all about the SOS. Well, Kofi Kingston defeats his former partner here tonight. Can't help but wonder what the future will hold for Kofi Kingston. With a victory over Justin Gabriel tonight, I gotta say, unfortunately, if he wanted to maintain his friendship with Gabriel, I feel like he needed to actually suck it up and just take the loss, but, you know, I can respect the pride of it all. He doesn't want to lose, and so he didn't. Kofi Kingston is victorious over Justin Gabriel, and we move on to our next match now, in which the United States Championship will be on the line as Dolph Ziggler defends the title against Jack Swagger. Getting a graphic before the entrances? Oh, what? Okay. Dolph and Swagger are already in the ring. What are we? I didn't do this. Why did it skip over that? It's so strange. Oh, okay. I think we just showed our events out of order. Well, there you go. I guess with Antonio Cesaro banned from ringside, Jack Swagger finding another way to try and get an advantage here tonight. The All-American American has made it his personal goal to bring justice to the United States Championship, as he says, as he feels that right now, well, for its entire existence, it has been wrongfully disrespected by never being held by an All-American American like Jack Swagger. I guess we'll see if he can change that tonight. Interesting to see no sign of Hulk Hogan here tonight. I don't know if he's like the new partner of Dolph Ziggler, if that was a one-time team up, but he is not here tonight. Leg sweep there by Dolph Ziggler as he takes down Jack Swagger. To keep in mind, the bell has not rung. This match is not officially on just yet. We need to get these two in the ring for this United States Championship match to officially begin. And Dolph obviously not taking too kindly to being jumped by Jack Swagger. Oh, God.
Oh, his spine bending and cracking from that backbreaker. Whoa, that was some reversal by Swagger. Oh, with Swagger's amateur background, it's so hard to outmaneuver that young man.
I don't know why, I just got dead silent. Sometimes I do that. I just kind of go, okay, well, I'll let them talk for themselves now. Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler tying up on the outside. Ziggler taking the fight back inside the ring. A smart move. Heads up move by Dolph Ziggler, you could say. And the bell has officially rung. This match is now on. Dolph Ziggler going straight in for a cover. Imagine if he was to knock Jack Swagger off that quickly. Ooh, that would really eat away at Swagger, I think. Off the ropes. Oh, no, okay. I thought he had a super kick. I don't know why. There you go. He set the line. Well, I mean, hopefully Antonio Cesaro will honor the fact that he is banned from ringside. We won't see him at ringside for this matchup. Dolph Ziggler very fresh into his United States Championship reign, which started by ending the very lengthy reign of the former champion Damien Sandow over on SmackDown when he was then drafted here to Monday Night. So far, a successful defense against Antonio Cesaro tonight, looking to pick up defense number 2. Of course, the former champion Sandow not getting a rematch as he remained over on SmackDown. So Dolph Ziggler was very much able to rid himself of perhaps one of the biggest threats to his title reign. But that doesn't mean that he isn't, he's off safe and free. There's always going to be tougher opponents, you know. What if Brock Lesnar were to, upon his return, decide, hey, actually, I want the United States Championship? Well, I mean, in that situation, Dolph Ziggler is in for a very, very, very tough fight, basically. Cover attempt off those multiple elbow drops, and Swagger's able to kick out at the count of 2. Dolph Ziggler wasting absolutely no time, though, as he goes in for the zigzag and then goes straight in for the cover. Imagine if this is it. Well, imagine no more. It is, in fact, it. Jack Swagger continuing his unfortunate reputation in the WWE with another tough loss here tonight. I'm not entirely sure what he did to put himself in contention for the US title, but he got a shot. Dolph Ziggler is a fighting champion, and he comes out tonight victorious, retaining that United States Championship. And speaking of champions, this will not be the final champion you see in action here tonight. The Rock, the WWE Champion, is set to compete up next against the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, who is desperate to win a shot at the WWE Championship. We've seen mind games on display from Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash, the NWO, for weeks now when it comes to The Rock, but The Rock always seems to come out on top. Well, here tonight, after not facing Shawn Michaels and Michaels substituting out Kevin Nash, we're now going to find out if Shawn Michaels will actually step up and face The Rock. Up next in our main event. Well, it's good to see that HBK is actually showing his face this time. That's a good sign.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the New World Order, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
The New World Order is still yet to actually recruit anyone else, barring Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash, but Michaels has said that when the time comes, he will be deciding who joins the New World Order in a one-on-one action as he faces them. And I'm curious to see exactly when and if that happens, but right now Michaels says he's very content with just the pairing of him and Kevin Nash, and I noticed that Shawn Michaels has been fighting dirty a little bit more than usual here. He's been playing a lot of mind games. Obviously, he's picked a target in fan favorite, the People's Champion, the WWE Champion, The Rock. So naturally with that, we're not exactly getting the strongest reception for Shawn Michaels tonight. Either way, though, I feel like this could be a really good match. Shawn Michaels going one-on-one with the WWE Champion, The Rock, here tonight. This is definitely going to be a big, big match. I'm looking forward to seeing the outcome to it. I do feel like this is a huge opportunity for Shawn Michaels. You know, he's really weaseled his way into this. Now he's got to not blow it.
And approaching the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, the WWE Champion, The Rock.
Championship gripped strongly by the WWE Champion, introduced upon his victory over JBL at WrestleMania. Gotta say, it looks right at home. I mean, we've not seen it on anyone else, so it kind of has to, but hey, still, it looks right at home. I do wonder if Shawn Michaels will be the one to have what it takes to beat the Great One, though. His partner, Kevin Nash, has had some great matches with The Rock in the past few weeks, but we will find out if Shawn Michaels is any better than Kevin Nash at being able to go one-on-one with the Great One. The Rock, your WWE Champion, ready for Monday Night Raw's main event. He's set to go one-on-one with Michaels. I feel like I've just said the same thing like 4 times. Wow, Rock going straight in for the offense there, but Michaels wasting no time with a drop as he takes control of The Rock. And you know, Michaels is a master of his craft. He's great in the ring. I feel like this has the potential to be an all-time classic main event here on Monday Night Raw. We've seen Shawn Michaels pursue the WWE Championship for a lot of last year. He continually challenged JBL time and time again and came up short every time. Can he now beat The Rock tonight and maybe earn himself a WWE Championship opportunity? Well, obviously for Monday night, we do not have a big event coming up anytime soon. In fact, the next stop for the Superstars of Monday night is Money in the Bank, which comes your way in 5 weeks following, or 6 weeks. I don't know why I said 5, it's 6 weeks. I was about to say following tonight, but obviously that's not how time works. There'll be 5 more episodes of Raw between now and Money in the Bank is what I'm saying. And with that, I'd imagine we'll start seeing some qualifiers for the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, which has really created some huge careers in the past. I think the history of people who have won a shot at Raw's World Championship in the past goes from, I believe the first person to have won it is, I want to say Jack Swagger, and I mean, that created a moment for him. I wouldn't really say a legendary career. I believe Sheamus won the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match in 2010. I think we had one at WrestleMania, and then in 2010, later on that same year, I think. Sheamus won Money in the Bank? I'm not actually sure. And I believe last year's Money in the Bank winner. I know SmackDown's was Damian Sandow. I mean, the guy's still got it in possession. He's got 6 more weeks to use that thing.
We aren't seeing the DX Shawn Michaels. This isn't the fun-loving Shawn Michaels.
I don't know. Who was Raw's Money in the Bank winner? Oh, no, it wasn't Jay. It was The Rock. What am I talking about? It's The Rock. Yeah, he won it last year. That's right. My God, what a difference a year makes. Who is Raw's Money in the Bank winner? He says, staring directly at him. Well, I can't honestly say I recall if Sheamus won the Raw Money in the Bank contract. I think he did, because I think he cashed in on Swagger. Yeah, that sounds right. I believe Swagger cashed in on Edge, and then Sheamus cashed in on Swagger. I feel like I'm missing one, though, right? I don't actually remember what year this is in the thing. I think this is 2012. I say it's been very long since I've recorded this. You know, 2 months doesn't sound like much. It really is. It really, really is. Especially because it was 2 months since I last updated my match card notepad, which sometimes I'll update when I'm not recording. Sometimes I'll just get an idea and put that on there. So it might even have been longer than 2 months. It might have been October, I don't know. All I know is it's been very long since I've recorded this, and I'm back doing it now. I don't know anything about the gap in between when it comes to this. All I know is I very much just, I've like been probably the least interested in wrestling I've been since like 2018 when I completely fell off. Was it 17? I think it was 2017. About halfway through. Yeah, because it was around the time Jinder Mahal won the W title. Thing is, I'm not even a Jinder Mahal hater. I actually think the main thing, if I remember right, the main thing that put me off at that time period was I could not stand the push that Braun Strowman was getting. I was just so I felt so out of touch. Like, I hated NXT during that time period. I really didn't like a lot of NXT. I know that's quite an unpopular thing to say, but I loved the way NXT started. I loved the whole Sami Zayn, Neville, Bo Dallas, that kind of era. I hate what it became. I did not enjoy Adam Cole or Johnny Gargano or Tommaso Ciampa. I just it wasn't for me. It wasn't my kind of thing. I was not enjoying it. The Undisputed Era is literally just a group of guys I have no interest in. It was very hard to, and obviously I really did not like the whole, I love Bobby Roode. I hated the Glorious gimmick. A heel that the fans love is not a good heel. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I mean, if his gimmick was that he found it annoying that they sung along to his theme song, then sure, that would work. But it wasn't. It was that the fans loved him and he loved them back. And he was a heel. It was just so weird. I just wasn't into it. Yeah, I fell off of NXT first, and then around the time they did the Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman feud, all they did was have Braun Strowman just fucking ruin everyone I was a fan of, and it was like, I mean, I didn't really care for Roman much. That was just a really boring feud. And obviously, you know, like, Brock Lesnar was winning the title and then disappearing every other year, and that got boring. I love Brock Lesnar, but I hate when world titles go away. I hate the current situation. Everyone keeps saying, like, oh, Roman Reigns has been world champion for 3 years. Oh, it's historic. And I'm like, the only thing historic about this is that when people look back at it, they're gonna go, remember when Roman Reigns was champion for 3 years and then, like, the titles just kind of went away, or he just, like, stood in the ring and said, acknowledge me, and yeah. Like, the matches are good. I've seen a couple of Roman Reigns matches as champion. I saw his Clash of the Champions match with McIntyre, I think. I saw his SummerSlam match with Lesnar. I think there was another one I watched, but, like, they're really good. He's great. I just don't like when champions fuck off for most of the year, and obviously he at least appears on the shows and cuts promos, but my god, it'd be nice to see more regularly defended titles again, and not both of them unified. I hate that shit with a burning passion. I do not enjoy unified titles. Terrible. I think I'm done rambling now. I'm trying to figure out why it is that I'm so off of it at the moment, and I think it's hit that boring period again where it's just like, it's all just a bit too samey. I think one of the reasons I tuned into Clash of the Champions was because I was like, oh, they're finally going to do it. Drew's going to win in his hometown. It's literally what he said in an interview, is that he could not wait to return to his hometown with a crowd and win the title to make it right after he beat Lesnar in front of nobody for the WWE title. And then they had Roman retain. And I think I just hit a point of like, yeah, I'm done. Call me when he's not champion anymore, because I'm bored now. I don't actually, like, I know in my Universe series they're a little too short, but I don't actually like really long reigns. I think that they get a little bit too old too quickly, if that makes sense. I think like a year is fine. Don't end it this way. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, like, a year is okay, but I feel like around a year it should be planning to come to an end. Like, 400 days kind of max. I think Punk's reign, as much as I'm just not really a fan of him these days, I think Punk's reign was the right length. I think that's fine. Like, but every once in a while is the thing. I think, like, loads of, like, 300-ish day reigns over and over. Like, I get it, it's the world title, you don't want it to seem worthless. I'm not saying do what I've done in Universe in the past of like a new champion every month. A lot of those end up being fuck-ups that I just have to roll with, by the way. Or I've thought about it too much in between the length of time that I've recorded, and I get bored of the guy being champion early because, like, in my head he was champion forever ago. Like, I already planned it all out, which is one of the problems when you don't record for a really long time. Do you like how when I don't play a match I just start talking about other stuff? Yeah, I'm not saying like 30-day reigns. I'm just saying like, I think somewhere between like 150, 160-ish, you know, about half a year and a year. Somewhere between, I mean, I know half a year is 180, but somewhere between, or like, I'd say, yeah, 180 is probably a pretty good range. Somewhere between half a year and a year is fine. I'm saying like, you know, maybe 2 champions a year. Just not 900 days later and we still got the same fucking guy. I could not imagine how bored I would get of booking that. At that point, I feel like they're just props, though, you know? Like, I don't really feel like... I feel like people start... I mean, I get it. It builds up the suspense of, like, will he finally lose it? And obviously, when he finally does, it'll be a big deal and everything, and that's really cool. But, like, the problem with that is that every match before the one that's obviously going to be the one where he loses it, like, he's definitely losing it at, like, a WrestleMania, is what I'm saying. But, like, everything in between just feels like filler. Like, you know he's not going to, and there's no suspense of disbelief. And, you know... I feel like if he was to lose it at something that's not WrestleMania, it would be like the time I watched Liv Morgan win Money in the Bank. And I remember just being like, well, damn, they actually did it. Like, shocked. And then after she beat, like, Ronda and it was a fluke win, I was like, well, okay, fair enough. They had a good way of doing it. And then they had her hold the title for longer than, like, a month. And I was like, nah, I'm sorry. It's not believable. I just don't believe that she would ever beat Shayna Baszler or Ronda Rousey again.
I can't believe everything that's transpired. Submission holds locked in, and he's in big trouble. Oh man, look at his face.
Of course. Of course. Well, The Rock retains... No, this wasn't a title match, what am I saying? The Rock wins against Shawn Michaels. I spoke about nothing to do with this match the whole time. Hang on a minute, Shawn Michaels looking to go in for a cheap shot. Rock catches him off guard. Another strike to the face. Rock taking back control here as he just dumps Shawn Michaels out of the ring. Oh, it's gotta suck to be Shawn Michaels right now. Well, back to the locker room for you. I would say for sure that this is now over. Shawn Michaels is going to have to accept that he is not getting a shot at the WWE Championship. The Rock bested him not only in the ring, but with wits after the match too. Well, normally we'd have a title defense here on Raw before a pay-per-view for SmackDown to kind of keep in line with defending the title every 4 weeks, but there is currently no one in contention for the Rock's WWE Championship. I feel like Batista is now a little bit preoccupied with The Miz, so I don't know what to tell you about next week's Raw. Maybe an open challenge from the WWE Champion. Who can say? Either way, The Rock is victorious, and I will see you guys not only next week on Raw, but this upcoming Wednesday on NXT when we watch our main event as Ric Flair will finally face off in a rematch against King Kong Bundy from the NXT Championship Tournament submission match in which Bobby Heenan will not be at ringside to potentially cost Bundy this match once again. We'll see you guys there. Goodbye.